2 words: handle business. So Evan texted me this morning, and he knows me, and a few of my close friends know, like, I don't need a lot of talking when it comes to like the heavy lifting. It's weights. You know what I'm saying? Mass moves mass. I don't need hype. I don't need the excitement, even though those things are nice to have every now and again. That's not something I ever like really seek unless I'm on the platform. The platform, I definitely like love energy for sure, but in the gym, it's training to me. It's another training day. However, it is messing around with heavier loads, right? Getting closer to that top end. Just the words handle business has a lot of history with me. So my second coach, and probably one of my favorite coaches before Marcellus, not one of my favorite coach before Marcellus, was Barbara Lee. And Barbara Lee was my first real coach into powerlifting, and she was also a black woman who was one of the top in her, weight class, and also very experienced and, smart. So she coined the term for her business, Relentless Power Systems, handle business. And it was just like a really dope saying. And two, because she would go out and handle people, and we would have to like handle our business while she would handle us. There's a lot of meaning to that word. And whenever I would go on the platform, she wouldn't say much. Like we were very similar in those regards. We didn't have much to say. She would be like, all right, come on, Jay, handle business. So that's what it'd be like. She was like, all right, Jay, handle business. And I'd be like, bet, because that's all I really needed. So I love reading that this morning, because it took me through a journey of, my past and how hard I've worked and continue to work to see these dreams come fruition. And it was a really exciting moment. I just like read it, and like literally in that moment I was like, handle business, and like just went through all these these moments and times during that time period where we were handling business. So anyway, so it just took me on a journey, and I'm excited because I get an opportunity again to do something most people will never get an opportunity to do in their lifetime, and I get to be the one to pave the way for that. So yeah, it's a lot to really think about. But again, it's a gym. This is where we do the best we can, make the mistakes now, so therefore when we get on the platform, we can make sure that all those things have been corrected by that time. Again, nothing's perfect. I'm not feeling my best, but you're never going to be 100%. So you have to come in and execute every single day. Your execution, your 100%, will look different every single day, but as long as you're giving 100% and you're handling business, that's what matters. So if you come to this page because you see my 800-pound life, this 800-pound squat, welcome. This isn't my first rodeo. This is actually, I've squatted 800 3 times on 3 different occasions. 800 on the dot, 815 pounds, and 821 pounds. It's been a while since I've squatted 800, so this is an exciting time. I'm not looking to go any more or any less, but 800 on the dot today, if it is there. On my way here, man, my heart was pounding because I get so excited to lift weights. I get so excited to put that shit on my back. It's just, again, it's just something people don't know what that feels like. But I do. And I get to keep doing that. So we're gonna do it again today, man. But as you saw, we are cracked out on that pre-workout from Buckchick Supplements. Make sure you hit that discount code Pancakegawd at checkout. Save you a little bit of money, but also it'll support your boy, and your boy needs all the support right now. You can find all my discount codes and links in the description below. So if you want to support your boy, whether that be through my own merch from my shop, other businesses that I promote, or discount codes that I have, lifting shoes, Sbd lifting equipment, make sure you go support your boy. I appreciate it so much. It goes a long way. I can't tell you how much it does for lifters, us lifters. Your support is everything. It really is, and it continues to help grow. It continues to help grow this sport and allow us to do what we do, and that is to be an athlete and to get the opportunity to perform for you all, but also for ourselves, most importantly. So enough of that chit chat. Let's get to this motherfucking business, dog. All right, so we are officially done with lifting today, and mission failed, man. Mission failed. Objectively, lifts just weren't there today. I'll give you like the rundown of what I felt and why I think it wasn't there today. When you really boil it down, people just the consensus is people just aren't strong enough. You can't hit a lift. That's not always the case. Sometimes it's technical flaws and things like that. As have followed me for a while, you know that monthly I get body work done. That's dry needling, massage, all that good stuff. And I haven't been able to do that in months. And that is important for me. Like, I just know it. But it's just more money than I can, spend at this time right now, right? Got a lot going on. And I'll explain for those of you who don't know, like, I don't want to just quickly go over it. So in another video, I'll kind of explain all the big news and different things going on in my life right now. If you follow me on social media, you probably already know what I'm alluding to with Becca and I. But with that being said, let's just kind of go ahead and break down the squat itself. So the squat was feeling good today. Today I felt the strongest I've ever felt in a very long time, which is crazy to say. So the weight felt really good. I will say once I got up to 745 pounds, I put my belt a little lower than I normally would. So it kind of reminded me of back in 2021 when I squatted 701 pounds. Before that, I did 672, but my belt was too high. So what happened then is that it tossed me forward, and my 672 squat looked like a grind, like RPE 10. And I was able to come back out, lower my belt slightly, tighten my belt too. My belt was loose and too high up. So we loaded 701, and it moved good. So it really brought me back to that, but the opposite. Like, it was definitely tight where it needed to be, but lower. So whenever I hit the hole, my hips were trying to get through. You can see it try to get through on that first one. It's kind of like hitting to like push through the belt is, so it just kind of stalls out just a little bit, but we make it. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll just lift my belt up just a little bit more. So getting to the 800 squat, I'm not gonna lie, it felt the best it's ever felt on my back. I was like, oh shit, this weight's light today. And that really, really like hyped me up. So anyway, walked it out, everything felt good, went to hit the hole, everything looked beautiful, positioning was great. But as soon as I started to come out the hole, massive shift. I say massive, it probably wasn't that big of a deal. I probably have to even zoom in so you can see it. So my hip and leg shifted inward and immediately just called it. There was no reason for me to try to like fight through that, because I just know there was, coming out on the other side, I definitely was not going to be healthy after that. So we just dropped it. Shout out to Dom and Dan for saving that squat. I mean, it's an 800 squat, so it's not something that is an easy lift to save. So shout out to them. I definitely didn't want to bail it, and I trusted that they had me. So hey, look, we failed today, but I always say failure is the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. It's a temporary obstacle in a journey towards the light, which I must learn to hurdle no matter the consequence or pain. So learned a lot today. Today wasn't there, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be there in a few weeks. So so we're going to leave here today with health intact. And yeah, that was it. I'm glad you guys was able to join me on this journey this morning. This week we have, a big bench and a decent deadlift, nothing crazy. I'm assuming it's going to be in that upper mid 600 range. So yeah, so I'll catch you on those days.
So I posted this on Threads the other day, and it got a lot of attention. So I just kind of wanted to talk about it. And as much as I understand all sides of the argument or people's opinions on the matter, I will double down on what I said because I really truly believe in what I'm saying. But also, like I said, like, I'm not anti whatever people are thinking or anything of that nature. I understand why some people feel certain ways about having a competitive advantage, but as a competitor, I expect all my competitors to come in at 100% and to give their best. And if they're giving their best and I'm giving my best and we all go 9 for 9, then I mean the outcome is the outcome and it's going to be what it's going to be. But also I like love competition. So I remember a time where we were all posting everything, like not hiding anything, posting everything. And I remember that elevating the level of competition, like the playing field was just so different, right? And to me, that excited me. I remember just going like, damn, I got to do better. I got to be better. And I mean, maybe, people think they do have an edge in competition if they're not showing all their cards. But honestly, there's so much data to track where someone's progression is. And I mean, not everyone's progression is linear, but I mean, we compete so often, it is what it is. But outside of that, I just remember how much this drove me to just be a better lifter. Seeing everybody's like start to finish, their ups, their downs, their peaks, their valleys, their highs, their lows, just seeing everything and understanding that not everything is going to, be a progressive linear style of training. That's just not how it always works. And then on meet day, you're going to show up how you're going to show up. There's nothing you can do to change that. You can do the best that you can to be the best that you can on the day, but that's not always how it works. And we know that's not how powerlifting works. Some people come in just stronger on the day. Some people have the best training cycle and they come in just not 100% ready for the day. Like, the day is going to give you what the day is going to give you. We can do the best we can to prepare for it. But at the end of the day, what I'm simply saying is I just don't care about your in process, or I don't care about what you want to show about the process because you didn't show me or care enough to take me on that journey with you. So I don't care enough to backtrack to see your highs, your lows, your peaks, your valleys. I want to be there with you in real time, experiencing it with you and just going through those same emotions, those ups, those downs, so that for when you win, I feel like I win or we feel like we win. And if you're not letting me in on that story or your story, like, why should I care about the after? Like, I care about the now, the present, the process. And the process isn't always pretty. The process is pretty messy sometimes, but we have to remember that the process is not the final product. And I think people often tend to forget that. I heard from a wise person just recently, and it's just like, we have to just stop worrying about all that shit and really find our people. And I really believe that resonated so loud with me because I remember back in 2018, a well-respected person in the powerlifting community, and I still respect to this day, came up to me and was like, why are you showing everything? Why are you showing all of your, your training, all your heaviest stuff? You want to save that, to give you an edge in competition. Now, mind you, this is back in 2018. So, and people are still doing that to this day, or more so now than ever. But I remember that never really speaking to me. I remember hearing it and going why would I hide my training? The people that are supporting me and following me want to see my journey. Why would I hide that and take that from them? I am doing myself and them no favors. But also, I often think about all the newer lifters that are coming into this sport, and all they see is their favorite lifter's highlight reel. They never see the valleys, the low points ever. And they expect powerlifting to be just like that for them. So as soon as they hit that lull, they don't understand how to navigate through those waters because their favorite lifter never has that experience. So they must never have that experience. And when they do that, or when they have that, they either blame their coach for bad training block, or blame themselves, or don't know where to place the blame. And I don't really know, but I see it so often with how confused these newer lifters are with how their progression should be and what it should look like versus what it really is. And like I said, it's pretty messy more times than not. We're not always the strongest on the day. We're not always at our best, but we try to give our best. And I mentioned this earlier in the video, and I talk about giving your 100% every day, and your 100% is going to look so different every day. But as long as you're giving your 100%, that's what matters the most. But I just kind of wanted to just touch on that real quick. I don't know if I've fully opened up and explained that. So I'll just give you a quick synopsis again. What I'm simply saying in my message, one is I would hope that more lifters would show their entire journey and process for more of their fan base to see the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the peaks, the valleys. So when you get that final product, I can rejoice with you when you win or when we win, But what I'm simply saying is if you don't care enough to show me your process for whatever your reasons are, and your reasons can be 100% valid, but if you don't care enough to show me your process, I don't really care enough to see the process after the final product has been revealed, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so just wanted to just touch on that real quick. You know, I had a really good week, even with the 800 misloaded fail. I still had a really good week. I came out healthy and happy and excited that I was able to try an 800 squat again. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We definitely knocked out a 650 deadlift here, and this was probably the best my deadlifts have moved in the last month. Everything just felt like it was coming together. And mind you, this is still on a massive squat, or massive week 3 squat, where I didn't really have enough time to recover after my last big squat. So typically what I normally do is have about 4 weeks between big squats to recover to hit another big squat. This time I hit a bigger squat. That 765 at Barbell Brigade I hit on a week 4 because it was planned to do during that photo video shoot. And what ended up happening was I did that on week 4, and then we had planned my big squat to still be on a week 3, which gave me less than 4 weeks to prepare for that squat and have those back-to-back squats. And then, mind you, I also squat on Fridays, which is less than 48 hours from my primary squat day. So it was a lot to think about. It was a lot to account for. You know, that's why, again, I have Marcellus, you know, reminding me of all these things that contribute to this. And it's good that we got this done weeks before the meet. So we now have enough time to build and recover going into Sbd Raleigh. But as always, if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.